Every Sunday school lesson says she was simply Abraham's wife. But what if that title, just 5 words, has hidden a world of ancient power, privilege, and pain? What if everything you thought you knew about Sarah was incomplete? Because to understand her story, you can't read it through modern eyes. You have to go back, 4,000 years back, into a world where marriage was currency, barrenness was shame, and survival often meant sacrifice. In the Bronze Age, women didn't marry for romance. They were bound by alliances, bloodlines, and trade. A wife wasn't chosen for affection, she was chosen for legacy. And in that world, a barren woman like Sarah carried an invisible sentence, one that could destroy a family's honor and future. So when Scripture says she gave her maid Hagar to Abraham, it wasn't a moment of weakness. It was strategy. It was survival. It was Sarah playing the only card the ancient world allowed her to play. Ancient Mesopotamia had marriage contracts, literal documents etched in clay, that detailed what would happen if a wife couldn't bear children. Those contracts permitted a handmaid to act as a surrogate. The child would legally belong to the wife, not the servant. So when Hagar conceived, the system worked exactly as it was designed to. Until emotion entered the equation. Because Sarah may have followed custom, but she was still human. And jealousy isn't bound by era or law. We tend to think of Abraham as the patriarch, the decision-maker, the man of faith. But behind every move there was Sarah, negotiating the unspoken, managing the politics of the tent, balancing loyalty to her husband with the fear of losing her place. When she laughed at the promise of bearing a son in her old age, we call it doubt. But maybe it was disbelief born from a lifetime of being told she was less than. Her laughter wasn't mocking, it was defense. Because hope can be dangerous when disappointment is all you've known. We rarely talk about what her survival meant for history. Sarah's resilience, her ability to adapt to ancient systems and still believe in divine promise, became the foundation of 3 world religions. Judaism traces its lineage through her son Isaac. Christianity sees her faith as proof that nothing is impossible for God. And Islam honors her through the intertwined destiny of her family line. So yes, she lived within her culture's confines, but she also transcended them. Maybe Sarah wasn't a background character after all. Maybe she was the strategist behind one of history's most influential families. A woman who navigated impossible expectations, shaped generations, and left a legacy stronger than the laws that tried to contain her. The story of Abraham's wife isn't just ancient history. It's a mirror, reflecting every time someone's worth was defined by what they could produce, not who they were. And it reminds us, faith doesn't erase culture, it redeems it. One impossible promise at a time. So the next time you hear Abraham's wife, remember the woman who carried the weight of empires and still found a way to laugh. Not in doubt, but in defiance. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one.